I mentioned before, Sumitomo Chemicals use a PM10 technique, or what their PM10 table is all about is they have a spreadsheet where they record all the major problems of a machine during its life. When I saw that spreadsheet in 2004, they had, 2002 it was as a matter of fact. On the spreadsheet they had 8 years of previous history, and these particular notations are the major problems this particular plant had. So there's the asset, there's a sub-assembly, break it down into the category that we know that equipment as. And these notations are the major problems by the half year that happened in this year and in this year and in that year. So at this point in time in 2002, there was a history of all the problems that they had suffered. Now, of course, they fixed those problems and put the plant back in operation again. But this PM10 is about solving these problems in the coming period of time. And what they had done on this very same table is to say, in the next 2 years, this is what we're going to do to solve these problems. So on this one table was a strategy to improve their business. Here are the known problems that will reoccur again because this is the result of how we had the business running. To stop these problems, we're going to do this in next year and the following year after. And by doing these, I will stop this reoccurrence. And right here is the strategy to make their company better, what they're going to do, when they're going to do it, what they're going to spend, what's involved in making that change. So their PM10 table was about this 10-year moving period of what it was in the past, what known troubles will probably reoccur again, and what we're going to do to prevent those troubles in the immediate 2 coming years. And that was always rolling forward. It's always every year it's rolling forward. So there's a rolling strategy to improve the business that never stops. And these activities to improve the business are based upon known faults that keep reoccurring. So I'm tying back my database and my history and my knowledge of my process with solutions to prevent those recurring problems. And it's right there for everybody to see. This is next year's plan. If it involves capital assets, well, the capital asset purchase goes into the capital budget. So the whole thing links back to the whole business strategy. I like that very much because it made clear why we are making the change, the sense of doing it, because here are the problems we're going to prevent in future. And to me, it makes it very clear what value maintenance brings, what value it is to run the plant well, to redesign the plant if need be. So yeah, this is something that we have as a tool to be able to begin tracking is what we're doing producing better results than what we had before. Are we stopping these problems from reoccurring? And if, as the time goes by, less and less problems happen because we have good techniques and good processes, then that's what we actually want the business to be doing.
But it takes years to see what track you're on.
You do a reliability improvement, it'll take you 12 months to 18 months to 2 years to see that come through as positive benefits that you know are going to be there forevermore.
So, but during that time, can they see anything in the plant? Or are they going to call you up and say, everything's the same?
You'll be able to see that things won't be going wrong. We expect to see this frequency of failure should be reducing. These problems should not be recurring or recurring further apart in time. So yeah, we should be able to see, it's a bit of a leap of faith as has been mentioned. If we do the right things, we expect the right results. But some of these outcomes take time to show themselves. And we have to have the faith that because we've built a process to produce this output that's known to be achievable and we're designed for that, then we need the time to prove that's the output that will actually occur.
So it'd be important to make sure the client understands that.
Absolutely, yeah. That's why some of the KPIs we had before, we can KPI that the right things are being done. We can't KPI the results yet because the results aren't there. But if we know if we do the right things and KPI the right actions are being performed, then in time the results must come. So I can't give you a KPI for the final outcome that will only appear for 3 or 4, 2 years down the track or 3 years down the track. But I know if I do the right precision maintenance, run the plant in precision operation, do the right activities that lead and cause that to happen, it must come.
You'd have to start out with something as simple as, we're gonna start with equipment criticality. We gotta measure if we got equipment criticality.
Yeah.
I did 100 pieces of equipment, ranked them in criticality. Now we got the best. Now we gotta do risk assessment on these top
Yes,
10 or
yeah.
what.
That's
you
right.
You measure your process down the path. At some point in time,
Yeah.
your business KPIs are gonna start improving too.
Very good. That's what it is, yeah. So, yeah, and so that's one thing, that's why that matrix is so useful, because that's where we're going to get to in time. When that time is, as quickly as possible. How quickly do we want to get there? Well, this process of design, let's get it moving real fast. Let's get the improvements happening real fast too. So, yeah, we know how much the pot of gold is. How quickly we get there is the bit that we want to monitor is at least going the right way and hopefully get there quicker the better, basically.